Okay guys, this is Betakos. Welcome to another video. Let's try and build some positions concerning the Leeds United against Liverpool match. It's almost 6 o'clock local time. The match kickoffs at 16:30 local times. So let's go and get an update of the odds, so we can work on the class and then we can see the big picture, we can see the stats, and from the stats we can take some positions and then go to Betakos Calculator and build our plan. Okay, let's get started. First of all, we have to visit Πάμε στοίχημα site. I need the odds for this match, but let's take the rest too. So I'm going to clear the picture here, and then I'm going to take my copy. We will be focusing on this time and later. Okay, close, we bring it here. We are going to make some minor corrections in order for the formulas to work, because we get 4 point, but we need 4 comma, because in my area numbers are built with comma. So first of all, I'm going to fill in the date. And then fill it down. Then I have to correct the odds. Okay, some macros that help me do this, and then I need values and multiply. Now we have numbers, and now I'm moving a copy of this to the history log. History log now feeds archive here. Okay, this is today's schedule, and then we come to stats overview, and we check to see that we have transferred the current odd set. So let's check again. Let's make a manual check. Okay, 4.5 or comma for the home win, 3.9. So we need a correction. We need a correction like this. We have to update some formulas, and then we will get the current odd set. Okay, let's check it right now. Yes, now we have the running, we have the current, we have the odds taken at this timestamp from the website. Okay, so now we can work on the stats. So Leeds United Liverpool, 4.5 for Liverpool, Leeds, 4.5 for 1.55. This is the set right here. This is the odds class, and here we can see that for this odds class we have just one record in the archive, past results. So this is a very small sample. We cannot work on a sample like this, so we move on, and we see right here that the records based on the away win percentages, we have a sample of 10 past meetings in our archive, so we can work on this. So we choose that we are going to work for we will work on the away win percentage, and then we get the statistics. Okay, this is the overview of the stats. This is 1 home win, 1 draw, and 8 away wins. That means that we have a strong trend for the away win. It's not so bad to try to also get a little bit covered in the draw at least, and then based on the odds we can find available in the market, we can see if we can also cover a home win scenario. Now the good news for Liverpool is that this timeline, okay, let's have a look. Here we have filter, here we will filter. We have already, but let's do it again to be sure. We have filtered the away win percentage of 57%. Okay, so we can read, we have 10 records. As you can see, Liverpool have or appeared 2 times in this sample of 10 records. 2 times in the past, Liverpool has had, based on the odds set, a winning probability as a visitor, okay, of 57%. Again, I mark this based on the specific odds set, okay, and both on these occasions we had an away win. First one was against Wolves, 23 January 2020, 1-2 final score, and then against Crystal Palace, 19th December 2020, 0-7, a very big away win for Liverpool. Now we keep these records and we have it on a date order, and then we are calculating some forecasting about goals. Okay, we've built the average of every 5 games in this time series. Okay, then we calculated the general average, and then we try to answer a specific question like this. For today's match, how many goals should each of the teams score in order for the new 5 games the average is near the general average? Okay, so we split the time series in averages of 5 games. So this is the first average for the first 5 games in this time series. The home team scored 0.6 goals, and then for the next 5 games the average was the same. Now for the third average of the next 3 matches, home goals dropped to 0.2, so we can get the logic here. The same thing about the away team, and I have 2 types of forecast, splitting the time series into 5s and then into 3 games. So we have an indication that we can also get this graph, and we can see that goals, okay, moving average last 3 and last 5, blue is last 5 for home, blue in general is home teams, red is away teams. So we have solid line and we have the averages of 5 games, and then the dust, we have the averages of each 3 games. And now we have something like an expectancy, okay, a goal expectancy, because again we answer how many goals should home teams score today in order, in such a way that after this match ends, this match will be the 5th of a new count of 5 games, and we need the average of these new 5 games to be something very close to the general average. Okay, it's just a way of, let's say, anticipate goals. Okay, and for this time series, news are positive for Liverpool, because in the scenario of forecasting for the 5 games, we get an indication that at least 1 goal will be scored. And then if we focus our study about every 3 games, then we can see that the forecast is even higher. Okay, these all are just theory. We don't have any magical sphere and we don't read the future. It's just indicators. We have to get it in our mind, because later on when we go to the Betakos calculator, we need to decide things in order for us to build a profitable plan. Okay, 16 hours and 9 minutes, 21 minutes prior to the kickoff. This is Betakos, and I'm just showing you a live example behind the scenes how Betakos is working and how I make decisions based on basic stats. Okay, we're not talking about any fancy stuff. Okay, just plain things to get a feeling, to get a basic feeling. First of all, my first point of view is to identify each time when I have a team that it's being characterized as a favorite based on the odds. I need to see if there is any true in this statement, because odds state something. Okay, sometimes favorites are real favorites, and some other times we get no value betting in these picks. So we have to differentiate from the mass. Okay, because if mass favorites something, then odds are going down, we have no value, and we have to be very careful, and we have to try hard to identify for each match if it is a real favorite or not. Okay, because this is a big difference when concerning our profitability in the long term. Okay, let's go forward, let's move forward. Now let's start making some decisions. Again, I'm going back to the stats and I take a look to see scores, or to see overs or unders, or to see total goals scored, etc. I also want to see the one time that we had the home win team, the home win. Okay, that was this year, 15 August 2021, Tottenham against Manchester City. That was the last match. Okay, Manchester City for that game also had a 57% of possibility for the win, and Liverpool this afternoon is exactly the same. Okay, that was the last match recorded in this time series, and we had the first home win. Now the draw again was on 23rd of December 2017, Everton versus Chelsea. Again, Chelsea was on 57% for the away win, and the match ended in a 0-0 draw. Okay, let's start building things now. Let's unfilter some of the fields here. And let's activate Betakos calculator to start making some decisions. Okay, decisions is all it matters. And let's see what we can take from this match, if there's anything for us to take. Okay, I'm going to clear this all. I will start with +3 rows, so we have a total of 4 rows. Each row is going to be one selection or one pick if you prefer. And now we have to visit our bookie. Okay, login. For me, the mechanics I use is just these two big steps. First step, yes, okay. First step, okay, thank you very much, Bookie. I will have a look at it later. Okay, I have two big steps. First step is to read some basic stats in order for me to identify, especially if the so-called favorite is also a real favorite or not, and then I have the tool in which I build my plan, because my first target is to secure my wages first, and then try to get any kind of profit available. This is real life for me, because no matter what a system, or I don't know, a software and systems may pick, okay, may pick randomly, but in real life you have to see if that picks has profit available or not, okay? So real life is cruel. It's not that we have built a software and the software says for this match you have to bet on this selection, because you have to understand how the software works, and we have to get some measures for this software. We have to mark down all the results, all the picks generated, and then all the returns, so you can see the final outcome that matters the most, and this is your bankroll, this is your profit in the long term. I don't care if someone appears and says, okay, I have a system that has, let's say, 85% of winning percentage, because I don't care about just the percentage. Betting is not a game about percentage only. You need both things, percentage and the minimum odds, okay? Because if you multiply these two things, these two little things, then you get the real picture, okay? So let's continue. Leeds Liverpool. Okay, I have the strong trend about Liverpool winning this afternoon, but I also have a 20% possibility of Liverpool not winning. So let's get started. Now, I need to make some first selections and see the cost of these selections. Let's get started. Liverpool to win 1.66. 1.66. That cost so much units, okay? Now, about first level of cover. Let's cover a draw scenario. And the very first and the most important decision I have to make, and use it as an example for you in the future too, is this. Is Liverpool going to score at least once in this game or not? Okay, this is a big decision, because if I need to cover on a draw scenario, I'm going to focus on the correct score of a draw scenario. So, if Liverpool is going to score at least one, the first draw scenario, of course, is going to be correct score 1-1. And now I'm going to see the odds about this scenario. And where is the correct score? Forgive me about this. Okay, final score. Let's check this. 8. So let's put them on the basket. Let's make this favorite. Okay. So 1-1 priced 8. Let's see what we get. 8. This costs that kind of units, and this is the total cost. Now, let's say that we have how much bank? We have 9 euros, 9.05, okay? Now, if I choose these two picks, okay? And if one of these wins, this is my net profit. Okay, this is my net profit. I'm going to bet a total of 9 euros and I'm going to get almost 3.43 euros 40 cent return. This is almost 35.5% of net profit. And I'm feeling a little bit more secure because I have also covered a draw scenario which is not 100% okay, out of this world. Everything can happen. We're talking about soccer, okay? Soccer is a game, is the game we all know. It's not like basketball, okay? It's soccer. It doesn't mean that the better team always win, and this is again why we follow soccer, okay? Because of these upsets that can occur from time to time. Now, if you were going to bet as a standard on the away win, you get a profit margin of 66%, and now you are listening to me suggesting to you that you can get a net profit margin of almost 37 of at least 37%. This is lower, but again, it is lower because it allows you to secure, let's say, a little bit more your original bet, your original wage. Because as I said, my first point, my first target is not to generate the maximum of profit. My first target is to secure my wages the best way possible and then try to hit any profit margin available. Now, I can make this a little bit better for you because the calculator allows me to do this kind of calculation. If the total cost is lower than a unit, it means that we have a profit margin available, okay? And this is what it is. Now, in this scenario, we say that we want and we are asking for equal profit, okay, equally split profit in these two selections. But we have the choice, we have the ability to decide and to say to the calculator, you know what, okay, I'm going to use the odds of 8, I'm going to use the 1-1 correct score as a safety net, okay, in an attempt to cover a possible draw scenario, but I just need all the available profit to be transferred on the away win. Let's see what this means, okay? This is how we execute it. We are coming here in this column, biased, remain and splitter, and we decide to split and we decide to give 100% of the available extra profit on this pick. And this is the final result. Now, if away win occurs, then we get a net profit of 45%. Instead of the 66%, but a 66% alone and hoping 100% for the away win. Now we can get a 45% of net profit if Liverpool wins tonight, but in any case that, I don't know why, the match could end on 1-1 draw, at least I am not going to lose my 9 euros or my 9,000 euros or my 900 euros. Okay? Don't focus on the amount spent, just focus on the logic about the calculator, what calculator offers to you, and how you should approach betting. I'm offering you a new way to bet, because when you start experimenting with this calculator, you will see that calculator is just educating, it will be educating you to build a different approach in betting. Okay, now if still I'm not so sure that maths at least we stay at the draw or away win, and if I would like to also cover a home win scenario, then again, based on my very first decision that Liverpool tonight is going to score at least one, then this is what indicates my cover for the home win, because I can get then the odds for the 2-1 home win. Okay, and this is odds of 13. And if I add this, again, we are getting a 32% net profit on this build, and we are covered partially, but it's a very strong cover because we can get our money back in case match ends 1-1 draw, or if the upset is 100% done and Leeds wins this match 2-1. Now, if we are going to face a bigger upset, let's say Leeds wins 2-0, then you can understand and then you feel that no matter what, we were supposed to lose betting on this match. Of course, if you are a Leeds fan, we can reverse this build, and we can say, I am a fan, I am at the stadium right now, I'm going to cheer about my team, and I wish we could win, but okay, let's keep it realistic somehow, and we say this, okay, we keep Liverpool winning as a safety net, and then let's decide if I want to profit on the 1-1 draw or to the 2-1 win. Now, if we should transfer all the available extra profit margin on the scenario of 2-1 Leeds winning, this is the profit margin available for us, net profit margin. So, with this example, I'm offering you, okay, a different approach, a different way of thinking about betting, and I just revealed to you how you can go hunting, about the upset but not losing your money. Because what is important is that at the end of the day, you are not losing your hard-earned money, and we don't want your money getting out of your pocket and never coming back for this evening. This is how you can go hunting about upsets, but not in the need of having huge bankrolls, because imagine, okay, the long shots, okay, the underdogs do not happen every night, but imagine that if you would like to have the possibility of an underdog winning each afternoon, then you are going to need a big pool of money, because money most of the time will be getting out of your pocket, okay, each afternoon, out of the pocket, out of your pocket, out of your pocket. Now, some afternoon, there will be that afternoon that the underdog will land, okay, and you will get profit. But the big question is, had you managed your bankroll in such a way that when that afternoon comes, you have still one last wage to bet so you can take the profit? Because imagine that all the time you are giving money out of your pocket, okay, and then one afternoon, no bankroll, you are finished, okay, bankruptcy, you have no other source, you have no money to bet, and then this is the afternoon that the underdog wins, and you are going like this because you didn't manage, you are not in you were not in position to cover this bet for you to enjoy the profits, okay, and this is the way, because you can risk for the home win of Leeds for tonight, and if, let's say, the normal occurs and Liverpool gets with the 3 points, you get your money back, okay. So again, if you fancy the away win, please ensure that you cover your wages in other scenarios too, best way possible. On the other hand, if you are a Leeds fan and you fancy a spectacular home win tonight, this afternoon against Liverpool, go for it, but use the normal scenario as your cover, okay? So it happens for me to be a Liverpool fan, so I'm sorry, I'm going to stick with Liverpool getting the 3 points tonight, but it's two different things. One thing is that I am a Liverpool fan, and the other thing is that I'm also a betting investor, okay? So being a betting investor does not allow me to go hard and all on the Liverpool win tonight. At least I need the draw, and for me personally, I'm going to put also the home win on the 2-1 scoreline, okay? Let's say that match has already started probably, so let's get back to business. I'm going to transfer all the margin here, okay, so I'm coming to this, I don't need the 4th row, I delete it, and then I have to place my wages to complete this plan, okay? So first 7.22 bet slip, stake 7.22, then 1.13, and then 0.07. This is my €9.05. I place my bets, and now I'm going to enjoy the match. I wish you all the best in your betting, and let the best team win for this afternoon. That was Betakos. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time.